So today we are here to basically have a discussion and to spread a knowledge regarding GDSC. Like you all know what GDSC is, right? Till now we have completed 4 events in our college. Many of you have attended those events, right? But now it's time to let you know what exactly GDSC is gonna do for this whole year. And the main thing which we are gonna focus in today's info session is about the Google Jam, like the basically what exactly Google Cloud is, and we are also talk about the Google Cloud, the 30 days of Google Cloud program, which is done by Google, in which we get many opportunities to learn and also to explore the Google Cloud. Okay, and another topic which we are gonna talk are sorry, the another topic which we are gonna discuss is the SIH. That is that any one of you have any knowledge regarding SIH, what exactly SIH is? If anyone has, please do comment right now. Do anyone have any knowledge regarding SIH? It's an hackathon. Okay, what more? What more we can get? What is SIH? Smart India Hackathon. Exactly. SIH is Smart India Hackathon, where our Indian government hosts an hackathon for everyone, especially for school and college students, where we get n number of project opportunities, and we can select the problem statements and work on those. We will talk about that in the for the upcoming uh, session which we are doing right now. Sorry, I'm a little bit fumbled right now. Okay, no worries. Next, what we will have is the solution challenge. Okay, so basically, does anyone have any idea about what exactly a solution challenge is? Have any one of you like seen solution challenge past year? Like recently Google has completed its solution challenge, I guess in May or June. Idea solution thing by Google. Exactly, solution challenge is like event, or we can say a series where Google gives some like ideas or some uh, topics on which we have to create a solution. Like last time it was we have to create a application or something, a product which would help the society, right, using Google technologies. Yes, we can say that. So we will also talk about that in the coming session. And then not last not but the least, that is the open source contribution, right? So open source contribution, like we have also talked about this before in many sessions. If you have any idea regarding open source contributions, do you can just spam it in the chat. Yes, we have GSOC for open source contribution. Exactly. Right. So basically, we are going to talk about this too. Uh, Now it's time to get ahead. And I would like to introduce you with Vedahi Kuite. Okay. She is she is today's speaker. She is going to talk about Google Cloud. And if we talk about Vedi, she is currently GDSC lead at at her college, and she is also IEEE vice chair volunteer, vice chair and organizer at GDG, that is Google Developer Group at Nashik, and also Flutter Nashik. Okay, so she is also organizer at GDG Nashik and Flutter Nashik. Okay, currently she is in her final year of bachelor's, and she was also a product manager and designer at TCS DISQ and embedded project manager at NXT Cube. I would like to also one more thing which is really important, on which I would just like to introduce her. That is, last year she was the cloud program facilitator and woman tech maker in last GDSC cohort. So I think she would be the best person who would introduce herself more better. Welcome, Vedi.
So, hi everyone, I am Vaide Koite and I am basically the GDSC lead for this year. Moreover, that I have also been like, I've seen the cohorts for like now 3 years. I have been like in facilitator, I've been a woman take maker. So, GDSC is very close to me for now. So, as you guys might have known by now that we have a GDSC cloud program, right? So that's a month-long program that's going to go on because of cloud. So this program is basically A to Z for cloud. So if you guys want to get into Google Cloud, so there's a lot of like things right around cloud. You also have Azure, you also have AWS, you have Google Cloud, and so a lot of the times you guys might not know what cloud is. Just like something I have heard, this is cloud. That is, I think, everything that you guys know. I think. Can I just get like how many of you guys are very familiar with Google Cloud? Can you just guys drop something like yes, I'm familiar with that. Okay, so I see I see a lot of people who are very familiar with Google Cloud. So yes, Google Cloud is a monthly program which goes on in which you guys have to solve labs, right? So Google is trying to make you very familiar with the Google Cloud interface. They want you guys to learn what is buckets, what is Kubernetes, or how you can just create a career out of cloud in Google, right? So that is the main intention behind all of this Google Cloud thing. Now, as you guys might know that maybe they have not released a lot of information about Google Cloud yet, but once your cohort is all done, you guys might get access about it. There's this like task that you are given into that, and once you solve those things, you understand what actually is happening in all of these things, right? Other than that, I feel like Google Cloud is very easy. So if you guys are thinking that, oh, I don't know anything about cloud, I have no past experience about cloud, trust me, you guys would get a lot of insights from this. It's not prerequisite that you should know something about cloud. Like I went in as a facilitator with zero knowledge, like zero knowledge, completely not knowing what is Google Cloud, what is everything. I just became a facilitator at that time because there was no one in there, and I learned so much thing. Now Google Cloud is like this. It's so easy for me. I'm just there, just tuck tuck tuck, doing done with Google Cloud. So this is how easy everything is around us, and Google always makes it very, very, very much easy. Now I see Prathamesh has talked about the Google solutions, Smart India hackathons, open source projects. So I have been one of the finalists in the Google solution, right? So our team last year submitted some solutions for that in the solution challenge, and we got into the finals. We had a whole demo thing going on in Google. So it is very nice. You guys should always participate into such things. Moreover, that in open source, you find a lot of people who are contributing to open source, right? So you get so many connections from there. You get so many like people you can network with, a lot of companies that are there, a lot of professionals that actually come here. So that is a very good opportunity in GSOC if you go for that. Smart India Hackathon, we are finalist of Smart India Hackathon. Another great opportunity for hackathons for people who really want to get into competitive coding, right? Um, of course, other than swags, goodies, and prizes, it's all lot, right? So last year, what process we had done getting back to the cloud. So what process actually gets followed is one, you get a facilitator, right? So I think you might guys know now that there's a facilitator that would be providing all of this information to you guys. And the people who get into this program, you will get an access to Google Cloud. You guys have a track that you need to complete. There's a lot of tracks like AIML. We also have big data. You get into SQL. You try to host websites. There's also one lab that is my very favorite lab. It's a 2 hours lab, which is game development, right? So it's a game development lab, and you need to perform, you need to host like a whole game onto that. So we are hoping that this year also we have that lab. I guess like there's a lot of people who want to work into website, right? So it's in website, it's very important to go on cloud. So again, we also have that track into Google Cloud. So after all of this completion of track, there's always a lot you learn. Other than that, one important thing that happened to us is like, of course, swags and goodies. We do not know anything about that this year, but there's a chance that you might get all of those things, because for the last two cohort we got those things. So maybe Google can provide this year's too, but no guarantee for that. Prathamesh would be cursing me behind the scene that "Kya bata diya tune?" We might or we might not. Okay, guys, don't come after Prathamesh that yaar क्यों नहीं मिला हमें swags. So it depends every single year what the swags you get, but that is one benefit that you might get. But you also get certified, right? So certification is so much important, because you get certified from Google, right? So now you know each and every corner of Google Cloud there. So you, if someone comes outside and you're like, acha cloud ka bata bhai yaar, what is Kubernetes? Now you know what Kubernetes does. Or if someone comes, yaar ye bucket kya hai? So now you know that cloud also has bucket, something concept about bucket, right? Not in depth, but something, you know that. So this helps so much into resumes. When I got into TCS Disk, this was one of the questions that they really asked me about cloud. So just knowing a little bit, right? Not in everything in depth, but knowing something has been such a help for that. And this whole program is all about those things. So I think you guys are more clear about why you should go into cloud, why you should go into all of these things. There's a lot of company that hire Google, like cloud people, right? If it's a database company, definitely you are going into cloud. They do have people into cloud. If you go into banking centers, you always have cloud into that. There's so many sectors that are migrating from actual hardware data to cloud data. There's one company called as T Systems, right? So I interviewed for that company as a cloud architecture person. So there I understood that there's so many companies in India that still run on hardware, like hardware for storing all of their data. And currently they are shifting from hardware to software, and in software they always have cloud, right? So having that knowledge is going to make you so much better, and everything comes with in hand, right? So if you have website, you need to go it on cloud. If you have AIML, you can always integrate with cloud. If you're in blockchain, still you have like a whole domain that works on cloud. There's a lot you can work with blockchain and cloud itself. So don't worry if you guys are thinking kuch career hai kya cloud mein. Yes, there's definitely career ahead in cloud. This is always going to help you guys anywhere you go. Once you learn Google Cloud, you can always relate it to different technologies itself. So now if you want to switch from Google Cloud to AWS, their interface is very similar. You guys have a lot of functionalities that are very similar in both of them. So whenever you might want to migrate from one cloud to another cloud, you always would be ahead of that. You guys won't have a lot of trouble into that. So that's all about Google Cloud. If you guys have any questions about it, I think I'll be free to take those. Yeah, so you guys can just drop into the chat box if you guys have anything related to cloud.
It was really good, hearing about Google Cloud. Guys, if you have any questions regarding Google Cloud or opportunities regarding Google Cloud, or you have some questions to Vaidehi, about her experience or her journey towards TCS and other things, you can just ask right now in chat. If any, please. We are open for next 5 minutes for the questions.
Yeah, so as TCS, I worked as a product management and designer there. So that is my domain in TCS Desk. So you guys can ask anything about project management and designing. I guess you guys had a like session about UI UX, right?
Yeah, we did just completed it.
Yeah. So that was my part was there UX. So my domain there was UX, not UI. I never worked with UI there. I just
Okay,
worked with UX. So that is also one thing that it's not compulsory that you guys need to only know UI. UX is also like a whole different field in itself.
exactly.
Yeah, so I don't see any questions. So I think that's all from my side then.
Yeah, I guess they are really got to it
Very clear.
everything.
Yeah, very clear about
Very
things.
clear. Like that's cool.
Yeah.
Again, see, I'm just having last 1 minute for everyone out of there. If you have any question, just fire right now, or we'll just like complete this here with this particular topic.
Yeah, I won't call you guys out, okay? Like, यार इतना भी नहीं पता कि तुम्हें cloud का. Nothing like that. How did you connect with TCS? Okay, so every single year TCS has cohort opening in like January, right? So if you go on the website for TCS Disk, you guys can find their application that start from January itself, right? So you guys can apply, like you guys can be aware from December, January. Just look out for the forms. If you have anything that fits into that category, you guys can always apply. What was the source of your knowledge? Like आपको इतना सब कुछ कैसे पता है? भाई मुझे कुछ पता नहीं था. Second year तक कुछ पता नहीं था. Then I got into people like just network around, and then you know like अरे यार सब लोग इतना कुछ करते हैं. And then you start learning about things, you get to know people, you get to know this connection. Like even with TCS desk, right? So I actually applied for a competition where that was idea spark competition, right? It was like business thing you can present there, and the judge there was a community manager from TCS desk. Now they liked my idea. He was like, go apply for that. Now I went apply. Now I got to know, अरे यार इतना भी कुछ field में रहता है. When I worked with my team, I'm like, so much. There are so many fields that can be explored, and we are not going into that. So we have strategic designers. We always think of designers as someone who does the drawing and graphic designing. No, there's strategic designers who actually work for companies to gain profit and everything. So that is something you get to know when you go into people, go into communities. Now even if you guys have an offline meeting, just go around, talk with people, then you'll know, अरे यार ये अपने college में था and he knew so much. So this is something that you guys can do with communities, and also that is the reason मुझे सब कुछ पता है. What is something you think you should have started learning from very first of college? One thing that I hope I learned from my very first year of college is try and experiment. राइट सो क्या होता है ना, लॉट ऑफ द पीपल जस्ट से कि वेब डिजाइनिंग करो, एंड्रॉइड करो, ऐप बनाओ. दैट इज नॉट द ओनली थिंग दैट कम्स इनटू सॉफ्टवेयर इंजीनियरिंग और जस्ट इन जनरल विद CSIT, all of the stuff. That is not the only thing that comes. You have so many domains like computer vision, AI, ML. You have IoT that is very booming right now. I went into Automation Expo and there was like so many IoT things, right? So explore a lot of stuff. If you don't explore, you don't get it. So I think that is one thing that I would always change about myself is I wish I just explored a lot of domains. Yeah, so why don't we make our own environment rather than depending on Google for everything? So what happens is, so I personally come from a tier 2 college, right? So we are not a lot of big IITs and NITs who do not need big companies. Community culture is something that is not yet developed into small cities, like so even Nagpur doesn't has a lot of community structure, even Nasik doesn't has a lot of community structure. So just think about it. You guys had like the first thought when it came like Google developer student club. Google, भैया कितना बड़ा नाम है. Now we are going to get something. Of course, they provide a lot of resources for us to learn for free. Now this Google Cloud, if you see, those subscriptions are around $200 for 1 credit, right? So 1 credit means solving only 1 lab. Now this is something that we cannot afford as a person or as a student. We cannot afford. Now this Google gives us for free. Like 150 students, they are going to give us for free for almost a month. You can solve unlimited labs, unlimited time. You can just go around one lab for 2 to 3 times, and That's it. That is the reason why we are depending so much on Google, because they give us free resources to understand. What spaces did you connect with the CS community? So a lot of them, right? So one of the spaces that I actually connect, like two to three, right? GDG, Flutter Nasik, another is GDG Mumbai, Flutter Mumbai. And I also came when I came to Nagpur, right? For IIM, when I came to Nagpur, I connected there with people from GDG Nagpur, and also there's one more like road track. There's a lot of road track there. So through CS only, okay, so through CS community, I connected with a lot of people. So I have so many referrals from so many communities now. One of the person from IIM Nagpur, like Aditya Sutar, he used to work there, and he is actually the founder of GS, like GDG Mumbai, and also he works for Brew and Beer, and he also had one of the company which he sold for $1 million. So this is like the kind of people that I met like for also Loomis hackathon, the international hackathon, I represented India there. I got to know so many people there who are like having established like entrepreneurs. Okay, they are very 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 good entrepreneurs there. So that is kind of the people I get there. Of course, you get a lot of referrals. Okay, you get a lot of referrals into such companies that if you join those CS communities, of course, you get a lot of referral from a lot of people. Is it all right if we start with internship from first year? Of course, I started my internship from second year. One of my very first internship was with Tram Motors. I worked as an like web development intern there. So it is always good that you guys start working from first year. But I would always suggest that first year you always keep it for your experiences, right? So try to explore your domains, and from second year you try to start with your internship. So you are into a very good pace for that. How to connect with these communities? If you just go and search for GDG Nagpur, right? So you guys are from Nagpur. So if you guys go for GDG Nagpur and you go join there, like how you did an RSVP here, so you also have RSVP for those stuff also. Now get connected with whenever they put like their post, we are having this type of event, go register for that. Go, you friends, go register. Then try to go and meet the organizers, right? So people who volunteer, who organize all of these events, go get those peoples. Try to get their LinkedIn's, try to get like in contact with those people. Next time you might be one of the organizers there. So that is one thing that you can connect with the communities. Always stay updated on this hackathon platforms, right? You have Hack to Skill, you also have many other. Unstop, you have one of those things. Now Unstop is also having like 3 to 4 active hackathons going on. One is for Accenture, one is for Coca-Cola. And one of the benefit of going into such hackathons is the last step. If you go into finals, you have a chance to fast track interview with them. So you guys are going for an interview with all of these companies if you go into finals, right? So it is very important that you get into all these communities. What are the ways to get an internship? So of course, hackathons is one of the way to get an internships. Another is do not apply on Intershala or very popular internship platforms, right? Because what happens is a lot of the people are applying there, right? Go for cold emails also. Go for LinkedIn search for your internships. Also, try to get your seniors into contact if they have a lot of these things. Now, also be very aware of the notifications that comes. Okay, now this time YouTube had a summer internship hiring, Microsoft had, we have Barclays that goes for second and third year internship people. We also have American Express that goes for second third students. Google also goes for second year students. So always be updated with all of those things. Go on their website, go to YouTube, subscribe to people who always provide you like internship updates for that. So you are always updated into this. Now putting all of this GDSC stuff can also make your resume very 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 good, because Google is one of the ATS finder keyword, right? So putting Google in your resume also makes it stand out a lot, and you get through the first screening round of resume. So Putting GDSC is always a good thing for that. What is the one thing you could do if you were in first year again? I told that I would explore a lot of domains many times, and just not get confused with things that are happening, right? When you first come to your first year, you always are very confused. People are telling me, yeah, C++ is better than Java. Some is telling me Python is better than Java. No, Java is the supreme one. Go with something that is very comfortable for you guys. Don't just go like इसने बताया इसलिए मैं कर रहा हूँ. If you guys do that, you will be very bored. Because so what happens is my friends are doing into Java, but I'm into C++ because my preference is C++. For them, Java is easy. For me, C++ is easy. That's it. But you won't know all of this because you're very confused, or you don't explore it yourself. You won't understand why this is good for you and why this is not good for you. So just explore in your first year. um, how can we get internship at Google or like yours in TCS? So one is, let your resume stand out. uh, just have a lot of bunch of product projects into that. Also, one of the thing is, make sure you guys are doing an ATS check on your resumes, right? So doing an ATS check is so important on your resumes, because just imagine you have like a lack of resumes to you, right? And as an HR, you don't go through one and one resumes. So there's an ATS that goes into all of this. There's keywords that are put into that, and if your resume has those keywords, then only it goes for your next round. So make sure that you guys have those ATS into your resumes. This is something that is taught into IITs and NITs very early on, that you need to have ATS into your resumes. So just make sure that you guys are running your resumes into like ATS things, right? So if do we have anything? Can you suggest about people who put updates on internships on YouTube? I don't. Prep Insta, yeah, Prep Insta is one of the platform that puts a lot of those things. We also have Coding Club that puts a lot of internship things. I do see their things on WhatsApp, right? So they put links and LinkedIn. You can always search on LinkedIn also, Coding Club. There's this Coding Club kind of thing, which actually provides a lot of thing about that. Yeah, Unstop is also one thing that provides you a lot. Um, yeah, do you think coders might get replaced by ChatGPT and similar product in the market? A very good question though, because I'm in my last year. I'm very afraid that AI would take my job, but that is not happening. Okay, that seems to not be happening right now. Like companies are coming to our college, so it doesn't seem like we are getting replaced by all of this AI. What is going to happen is, if they were hiring 10 people to do that job, now they'll be hiring only 5 to 6 people, right? So number of people are going to reduce, not that whole field is going to go away, right? So that is not going to happen, that they are going to get all of our jobs out. But yes, they would be reducing our jobs a lot. Please elaborate on ATS. So ATS is automatic. You can just say it's an automatic text analyzer, which goes through our resume line by line. And if I say this 5 keywords should be in resume, if I'm applying for a software engineering role, so what would be the keywords? It would be software engineering. Maybe I'm looking for a React person, so React. And maybe third, I would put something like management, right? So if your resume has this 3 keywords, your resume automatically goes ahead. Then those shortlisted resumes are actually looked by the HR. So that is what ATS does. It looks into keywords, it looks into that and puts your resume ahead. Yes, ATS is something which scans a resume for similar words. Yes. As an intern, what do the companies expect from interns? Nothing. They do not expect anything from the interns. When I was an intern, I just used to follow my leads. Sir, what I need to do, sir, what I need to do. So they go through every step. You just need to have like a basic knowledge. And now once you go into that, you can always have those things. They'll always make sure that you learn a lot of things. So no problem at all. Yeah, you guys can ask questions related to cloud and hackathon.
Exactly.
Just all about TCS and my
She is
environment.
here specially to talk about on like the things which we are discussing right now, especially on cloud. Basically, she is really
Yeah.
excited to talk about. If you guys have any question related to Google Cloud or cloud, you may fire that, or else
So
we would
anyone has
just.
any questions like what is cloud?
Okay, we have one.
Okay, so how cloud is different than Firebase? So Firebase is a database, right? So whatever thing that we put into our website is gets stored into a database. So Firebase is database, but it is more like Firebase. You can just say that Firebase is database plus cloud together is Firebase. Cloud itself can handle a lot different things. So cloud can also handle now your website handling. It can also go with your gaming stuff. It also can go with your big data. Now what Firebase will do is it only work with data. Now Google Cloud has also one of the features AM, right? Identity access management. So now Prathamesh is here. He'll allow people in, out, who should talk, who should speak, who should comment. That is all handled by Prathamesh right now. So this is something that we can always create by Google Cloud, but that is not something that is given in Firebase. Firebase only works with databases. Okay. So what is the difference between cloud and blockchain hash machines? Okay, so blockchain hash machines. So how blockchain basically works is on hashing. So what they do is they create a hash code for you guys, and that goes through each block. So for each block, you'll go know how hashing works. Cloud is not like blockchain. That does not provide any transparency among it, right? Cloud works on security, but it has a lot different function that what blockchain offers for you. So main function for blockchain is transparency, traceability, and you can just say that overall, if you guys want to make it more secure, that is the thing that blockchain goes into. Blockchain doesn't go into storing, retrieval, or if you just want to just leave something on cloud, that is something that is done only in cloud, not in blockchain. What in blockchain happens is you need to get that encryption code from someone if you want to access something. In cloud, what happens is if you publish something, so if they have the access, they can retrieve at any time. So that is something that is the difference between the cloud and blockchain hash machines. Are there any specific machine learning services or tools available on Google Cloud for AI development? Yes. So TensorFlow is one of the stuff that works in AI for Google, and that integration works into Google Cloud also. So you can always put Tensor into Google Cloud. One of the another thing is you need big data, right? If you guys have heard with big data, that is like AI needs big data to be fed. AI cannot work with small data as such. It needs big data. So this is something that we can always work on Google Cloud. If you guys have heard with SQL, that is also something that works with Google Cloud, which can also be used for AI development. Of course, you can always, the data part in AI can actually be automated with Google Cloud. So that is something that you guys can work with AI/ML. Yes, it's used for database and SQL. Exactly. As you started there as career chances in Google, but what are the requirements or skill set required to gain a job? Okay, so you guys need to be very familiar with what is happening, and you need to know your basics a lot. So whichever cloud you're working with, Kubernetes, like there's some fundamentals that are going to be always same into everyone, right? So your types of cloud, private, public, hybrid, or your type of services that you need to get, SaaS, PaaS, or there can be Kubernetes, buckets, instances. This is something that is going to be very common into all of those clouds, whether that you are working on Google Cloud, AWS, Azure, anything of that. So that is something skills that you need to know. And I think this GCCP program or cloud program is such a great thing to learn all of your basics. So that is something that you can always have. Yeah, TensorFlow is a library in Python. it is also a service in Google Cloud. Yes, it's also a service in Google Cloud. You can integrate all of those things into Google Cloud. Right. So, if you guys want to write like recommendation system, you guys want to bring recommendation of recommendation system into your movies website, right? Now you need to integrate your AIML and your website. So same goes with Google Cloud and TensorFlow. Sometimes what happens is our computers cannot have that much data, or the data is online. You need to fetch those data that's on cloud. So you can integrate cloud and TensorFlow together. So that could actually help you guys into creating your models. So I think there's no more question. I've answered all
Yeah,
of these questions. Yes.
it was really great to hear all these things from you, Vedi. Like, I
Yeah.
feel that many of these like peers of mine and the juniors have got a lot of knowledge regarding internships, cloud, and other stuffs they have asked right now. And I'm really happy that you like be present here. You are being as a speaker and gave the knowledge to all my peers and juniors. And I really thank you to guide uh, all of the attendees. If you like to add up anything so that we could just move ahead with the session.
Yeah, I just want to say that take a chill pill. Hope you enjoy your engineering. You still got like 4 years to go now in engineering, and just enjoy, be a part of the communities. Also, attend a lot of sessions that Prathamesh is handling. He's the most active. Okay, let me just put that out that he's the most active person into our GDG group. Like he's the only one who had 4 sessions before the info session. Our first session is an info session, and then we'll have our sessions. But he already executed 4 of other sessions, and now he's having the info session. So do support your communities a lot. If you guys don't create that community thing into the college, there won't be a lot of companies that comes to you, right? Because they show you guys show that you guys are capable of doing things if you guys have a community as such. So that's all from my side. Prathamesh, thank you
Thank
for
you.
having me. You guys, you have a really good audience. Okay, I see a 82 people count here, and that's a very big number.
Thank you so much, Vedi.
Yes, thank you so much, guys. Bye
Thank you.
bye.
Okay, guys. So this was all about Google Cloud and internships by Vedahi.